On or off the field, I work overtime. On the court or not, I take charge of mine. Beast mode when it's game time. Turn the bass up when they play mine. Sports base, and you know it's live. We on front line, we ain't trying to hide. Laughing direct when the cameras is rolling. We all in the mix, so you see the true story.
Welcome to Sports Base Radio. I'm your host, Laquane Copeland, and tonight we got an exclusive debate show. I got a special guest with me tonight, Larry Patterson. And we just gonna get it started. Let's get it started, man. What's going on?
What's going on?
How you doing?
Man, I'm good, man.
All right. I'm good, man. I'm just ready to put this beat down on you.
Man. Hey, man.
You know what I mean? May the best man win, right?
Hey, man, let's go. Let's get it. I'm ready to talk. Ready to talk some sports.
Ready to talk some sports. You know, it's been a long time.
All right.
Well, we just gonna get into it then. So, do you think Ezekiel Elliott is the best running back in football?
Pump your brakes on the best running back in football. You know what I mean? We just 5 games in right now, but I'd say he's well on his way up there.
But you don't think he's the best?
I don't think he's the best. I can't put no rookie at the best right now. You know?
Ezekiel
it's pro winning his rookie. I can't do that, man. But he's excellent though. I give him that.
So what would you put him at? What would you rank him?
Among running backs this year.
Among running backs.
I give him top 5, somewhere in top 5.
Top 5?
Yeah.
Well. Very well.
I give him about a 3.
3? Who you put over him then?
What I put over him?
I got you. Ezekiel Elliott, the best running back, and it ain't even close.
So who would you put over him?
Huh?
So who would you put over him?
Over Zeke?
Yeah.
I ain't putting nobody over Zeke.
So who would you
put?
Who would you put behind him?
I only see one running back that's right behind him on his coattail.
I mean, would you consider David Johnson?
Nah, Le'Veon Bell.
Okay.
Le'Veon Bell.
One game in, but you know, okay.
Le'Veon Bell been the best running back for the last 2 years.
Yeah. Well, let's see what he can do this year, though. You know.
Le'Veon Bell is the second best running back.
Okay.
Ezekiel Elliott number 1, and here's why. Ezekiel Elliott plays on the team that got the best offensive line in football. And because he play on the team that got the best offensive line in football, a lot of people say, well, anybody can run behind that line. Well, that didn't prove to be the case last year. The Cowboys dwindled to 4-12, and their running game was less effective when they didn't have DeMarco Murray. Now, granted, at the beginning of the season, Joseph Randle did a little bit. You know, he got a little work in, but it never looked the same.
No.
Now you put Ezekiel Elliott behind that offensive line, 6 foot, 225, 4'4" guy.
And give a little credit to Alfred Morris back there too, man.
Yeah, Alfred Morris get a little credit, but I think Ezekiel Elliott got what it takes, man. He got all the intangibles. He's hard to bring down. If he gets going to the linebackers, and then once he gets to the linebackers untouched, that's a hard guy to stop. I think unquestionably Ezekiel Elliott is the best running back in football because his offensive line allows him to utilize his skills that other running backs don't got the ability to utilize their skills.
Maybe you said it because you're a Cowboy fan. And I understand it.
Die-hard Cowboy fan. Die-hard. Born and raised. Die-hard.
You're supposed to, you know, stick behind your man. But, you know, I think I'm going to have to put at least David Johnson up there.
Why?
Not above him, but, you know, in there somewhere. I'm trying to think right now
in there
of who I could put on top of him.
I like
Le'Veon Bell. He's a good choice.
I like David Johnson. Yeah, I like David Johnson. I just think when you really look at it, man, and you talk about a player able to utilize his abilities to the ability for him to utilize the way that his offensive line allows him to, they allow him to showcase all his abilities. Everything from his days when he played in track. They allow him to showcase all his speed because they give him lanes and he hit them right away and he gone.
And now that I sit here and I'm playing in my head, there's not really no other running back. And I'm sitting here skimming through my head. of all these teams.
All the
there's
teams.
Really no other running back that.
I mean, you say maybe Todd Gurley, but then you got to look at his offensive line.
Yeah.
I don't care what your talent is. If your offensive line don't allow you to utilize it, then you'll never know what it really is.
You don't.
So, part of Ezekiel Elliott, yeah, I'm saying, it's Ezekiel Elliott because I'm looking at what he can do. And then, not only what he can do, but what his line allows him to do. What his line allowing him to do, therefore, he showcases it.
And he's doing a tremendous job of it.
Tremendous job. So, do you think Carolina done?
1-4. Get Cam back. I don't think they're done. They're too talented of a team over there to just say, 1-4, we're done. No, they'll bounce back.
They'll bounce back.
They'll get it together.
I think Carolina is done.
Why do you say they're
done? Stick a fork in them.
Why do you say they're done? Their secondary needs a whole
Carolina is done because they're starting off 1-4, playing in a tough NFC conference, not necessarily NFC South. Although I think the NFC South is stronger than it has been in years with the emergence of the Atlanta Falcons, I don't think that they're. It's just the way I'm looking at it as, okay, in order to make the playoffs this year in the NFC, you're gonna at least have to be a 10-6 team.
Okay.
At least.
Okay.
And so then you're looking at the division. The Falcons are running away with that division. They are running. They are gone.
Let's say this. Let's say they jogging.
Like
I said, pump your brakes.
I could make a case. I could make a case that the Falcons is the best team in the whole NFC. Now, granted, you're gonna say they do this every year. Every year they start off 6-0, 5-0. They lose a game. They win a game. They lose 2 games. They win a game. Lose 3 games, and by the end of the season, they're 7-9. Right?
I don't take them serious.
And
you're gonna put a Falcons team on top of Minnesota, who's undefeated. Who's undefeated, man?
They're undefeated, but they're not balanced, and that's what I don't like about them. They got a good defense.
Great defense.
A great defense. I like Minnesota. I picked them last year, and everybody thought I was crazy to win that division. I like Minnesota, but Sam Bradford, I don't trust them. Their wide receiving core, I don't love it. Their running back situation, I don't love it. Their offensive line stinks. I don't trust them when it comes down to December football, playing out there in Minnesota. I don't know if they got the testicular fortitude to man up against them teams like the Falcons that can do both. Seattle that can play anywhere. A Dallas team that all of a sudden got a running game that look unstoppable. I don't know. And then when I look at Carolina, I just don't think they can catch up. Like, basically all year, they can only lose 2 more games. And they got to play a couple of those teams. They got to play Seattle.
You say you don't think they can catch up?
I don't think they can catch up.
What week we in? Week 6.
We're in week 6.
We're in week 6. Okay.
We're in week 6, and they 1-4.
7.
And they got to play an Atlanta team.
Week 8. Week 9. Week 10. Things happen from week to week. Atlanta, I'm telling you, they're going to get exposed this Sunday. Because they playing against the #1 defense in the league.
Atlanta. Yeah.
Atlanta will get exposed this weekend.
I agree with that. For one, Carolina, they was doomed when the season started. They started the season thinking that they could just do away with Josh Norman because they felt like any cornerback in the cover 2 can be replaced. When really, yeah, you can say Josh Norman is a slot corner. I mean, is a cover 2 corner. But at the same time, he's the best cover 2 corner in the league. Like, yeah, he's a cover 2 corner. They play cover 2. But that doesn't mean, anybody can do what he do. He the best at what he do. He's very instinctive. He jumps routes. He plays within the zone and knows the depth in the zone to perfection.
Right.
And other corners don't do that the way he do it. So, They thought that they could just replace him with a couple rookies and some dude named Ben Wickery, who now is on the streets because he got torched by Julio for 300 yards.
And that's not all of his fault, but and I think it was
Ben Wickery.
I don't think all of it was his fault.
No, of course, if I'm the coordinator, I ain't playing no Ben Wickery on no Julio by myself anyway.
Right, you looking in the linebacking core too. You know, they made mistakes in that game.
Linebackers.
Yeah, but in that game though.
Okay, let's talk about NBA expectations.
NBA, let's get to it.
Yeah, let's get to it. So, what team in the league do you see, or in the East rather, that is a threat to the Cleveland Cavaliers?
Other than New York, I see Indiana. Indiana can be a contender. Even I give a surprise one to you. Watch out for the Bucks this year. The Greek Freak. And what's the point guard they got out there? Jabari Parker.
Somebody please get this boy a drug test.
What's wrong with that pick? What's wrong with those picks? New York?
What's right about them?
Indiana? We talked about Indiana earlier.
I give you Indiana.
New York?
No. What makes you think that New York Knicks can compete with them guys?
New York will be coming back this year.
How?
New York will be coming back this year.
How?
The Knickerbockers, man. Derrick Rose, you had Derrick Rose.
He healthy?
God, let's pray.
Let's
pray.
Is he healthy?
Let's pray.
What about Noah? Is he healthy? Is he right? What he gonna do for you?
He's healthy.
How many points?
Noah's healthy.
How many points you want from him?
Noah, I want at least 19. I want 19 points.
Yeah.
I want 19.
Somebody get that test.
I want 13 rebounds. Averaging. I want Rose averaging at least 7-8 assists. 23 points. Melo, you know he gonna do what he do. Melo probably average 35. Don't forget Kristaps Porzingis. Don't forget that bench we got.
Who you got on the bench?
We got Galloway on the bench. We got Grant.
Who? Jaren Grant.
Jaren Grant.
Came from the Bulls. There's only one team. Matter of fact, there's two teams, but the second team I think is more of a wild card as far as a team that's going to contend with the Cavaliers. But there's only one team that I think really got the depth and got the type of team that you can see in a 7-game series that could get the Cavaliers some problems. Chicago Bulls. I don't know why you forgot about them. I don't know why you don't believe in them.
Do you really think Chicago can take it to? I would give Boston. I would give Boston more credit than Chicago.
You would give Boston more credit than Chicago
because they're more younger than they are. I mean, Dwayne Wade.
And what does that mean in the NBA? You don't want youth in the NBA.
You don't want youth in the NBA. You want a lot of youth in the NBA, but you want experience too.
You give me a young team that's balling. Yeah, they're balling. Minnesota won 20-something games last year. They're gonna ball. They're gonna ball. Give me another team. They're gonna ball, but what
I give you Phoenix. Phoenix might not be.
Phoenix will win 25 games.
You think so?
I think so, and that'll be good for them. I love Phoenix. I love their young talent. They have allocated a lot of first-round picks over these last couple of years. I love Devin Booker. I wish he was on a better team because a bunch of 19-year-olds ain't gonna get it done.
Yeah, and you got like 7 point guards over there.
Well, on Phoenix. Yeah,
so you know what they're gonna do?
What they gonna do?
They're gonna start trading.
They're gonna start trading. But they're gonna keep getting younger.
Not necessarily keep getting younger.
What they gonna do?
But they're gonna set themselves up in position to grab that big free agent that they need whenever free agency comes. To grab a younger guy down in the hole. You know what I'm saying? That's what they really need. Tyson Chandler, I mean, 40 years old, man.
Yeah, he is, but problem is, though, none of the big free agents want to go down there and play with Phoenix because they know that they're going to go to a young team that's in rebuilding stage, and they know they're not going to win. Team that's going to contend with Cleveland and Chicago, and I'm going to tell you why. Number one, you got a floor general in Rondo who ain't going to get you no points, but he going to get everybody where they need to be. And then you got a shooting guard in Dwayne Wade who is a proven winner that's...
Is he going to be healthy this year?
Well, he was healthy last year. He had a season of his life last year.
You know how he is. He had a season of his life, and then next thing you know, 50 games you didn't miss.
What about Jimmy Butler?
Jimmy Butler, I love Jimmy Butler.
You love Jimmy Butler?
I like the way he plays, man. He's definitely a leader.
Say Nikola Mirotic.
Don't really know too much about Nikola.
Nikola Mirotic.
Don't really know too much about Nikola.
Nikola is one of the top stretch fours in the game. He can really stretch it. And then you got Robin Lopez. Yeah, you know. I take Robin Lopez over Joakim Noah every day of the week.
Whoa.
I would.
I don't know. I wouldn't say that.
You wouldn't do that?
I wouldn't say that. Noah, man, when Noah's in that zone, Noah gets it.
You talking about the old zone, Noah in the old zone?
All of it's coming back. All of it. That Derrick Rose, he's older now, but that MVP performance that we saw way back in 2012, around that time, you know, it's coming back.
Man,
it's coming back.
Joakim
New York is back, man.
Washed, man. And then look, you got Taj Gibson.
Okay.
You got Doug McDermott.
Okay.
You got Denzel Valentine.
Rookie.
Yeah, a rookie shooter that's gonna come off the bench and be a spot. A senior. He played all 4 years at Michigan State.
By the way,
don't forget about Jimmy Butler. Yeah.
By the way, Valentine was very impressive in
the summer league. Yes, he was.
Yes, he was.
Big 3-point shooter.
Yes, sir.
I just think once you look at that team, they deep. I don't think nobody's gonna beat Cleveland. Ultimately, Kyrie Irving, in my opinion, is gonna contend for MVP. Kyrie Irving always had what it took, but now he learned how to be a winner, and LeBron James taught him how to be a winner. And now that he done won that ring, it's gonna boost his confidence more and more. And he just gonna ball out this year. I think Kevin Love is gonna have one of his better seasons. All the stuff that went on last year in the locker room, and it propelled them to come together. They hired Tyronn. They upped Tyronn Lue and made him the head coach. Got David Blatt out of there. I think you add all that up, Tyronn Lue got more out of Kevin Love than Blatt ever was. Yeah, Cleveland's still the team to beat. I don't think nobody gonna beat them. But if I would have, put a team behind, I say Chicago, Indiana too. But you like New York, I know. Yeah. I know you're a New York fan and all,
Yeah.
So
Detroit also too.
Detroit a good up and coming team. They got a lot of promise on that team. You got a young point guard in Reggie Jackson. What's hampering them or their growth right now, in my opinion, is Kentavious Caldwell-Pope seems to have not taken that leap that everybody thought that he was going to take.
No. But like you said, they're improving.
Yeah, they're improving.
Especially with Drummond down there and Tobias Harris. The Magic. I like the route that the Magic going. They're not going to do too much, but I like the way that they're going.
Well, that wraps it up. Thanks for tuning in to Sports Based Radio. Once again, I'm your host, Laquane Copeland, co-hosted with
Larry Patterson.
You can check us out on sportsbasedradio.com, Twitter, Facebook, and we'll be bringing you more debate shows, more interviews. It's a wrap. We out.